Hey everyone, it's FLAK Fire. There are a couple big developments to talk to you about in today's video. The first has to do with the official title for the next Battlefield game, and the second, well, that might have something to do with Battle Royale. Yes, we apparently cannot escape it, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first up, let's talk about the name for the next Battlefield game. Now, there's been plenty of speculation on this. I even asked you on Twitter to toss out some of your best, worst guesses. But it's pretty much been narrowed down to about two things: Battlefield 6 or just simply Battlefield. Personally, I think it's likely we'll see it simply titled Battlefield, as I think devs really want to cut ties from Battlefield 5. Now, a photo from a dev reveals that might actually be the case. One of the game designers at DICE LA, Rob Watkins, who goes by Messy Pizza Boy on Twitter, recently shared a photo of a notebook which has Battlefield Development Team debossed on the cover. While it doesn't necessarily confirm the game's official title, I have a couple of these notebooks at home which just say DICE, and these are clearly a new design, as the notebook indicates in the text of Made from Home, which is of course a reference to the fact developers have been working full-time work from home since the beginning of the pandemic. Watkins himself was apparently surprised by the fan reaction, eventually responding, quote, "The hype is palpable. You all had me thinking I might have accidentally leaked something, LOL," end quote. So either he's kind of walking back that photo a bit, or the next Battlefield is actually named something different. Either way, we'll know soon enough, with the reveal expected in May. Meanwhile, the next bit of news comes to us from my abandoned child, aka Lossie. EA recently sent out surveys to players interested in the Battlefield franchise, and some questions they asked were interesting to say the least. Among them was how interested you would be to play a free-to-play game mode in the next Battlefield game. Now, EA is no stranger to Battle Royale games. The publisher has seen some great success with Apex Legends. However, it's easy to forget that that wasn't the only Battle Royale released by EA. Battlefield 5 included Firestorm. That game mode garnered quite a bit of initial interest from the gaming community, but it quickly dried up when it was tied to the purchase of Battlefield 5 and arrived months after the release of the main game. Developers also failed to produce any substantial updates, which meant it died on the vine. Another question posed by the survey was, how interested would you be to see updates to maps in the next Battlefield game? The combination of these two questions just screams Battle Royale to me. It's hard to imagine what other game mode would have regular map updates, though I will say DICE has in the past updated maps in Battlefield. There was one time with Battlefield 1 for April Fools, they put a giant meteorite on Suez, which rip Suez Canal, still being blocked by that ship at the time of this video. But again, hard for me to imagine what other free-to-play game mode would have regular map updates. While I'm not excited at the prospect of a new Battle Royale game, I will say it is a positive sign that EA is asking this question, because I do think Battlefield could really use some kind of free-to-play facet to introduce players to the franchise and compete on the same level as Call of Duty. Call of Duty with Warzone, of course, has that free-to-play aspect of the game to kind of pull players into the franchise, and Battlefield has really missed out on that. And keep in mind throughout all of this that these questions don't mean that Battle Royale is coming to Battlefield 6, right? It simply indicates that EA is trying to gauge player interest in a free-to-play aspect. However, it also has to be said that the publisher recently announced Criterion is also working on the next Battlefield game. That studio was, of course, responsible for the franchise's first foray into Battle Royale, Firestorm. And honestly, Firestorm wasn't even bad. It just suffered from a poor inventory system and being locked behind a paywall tied to Battlefield 5. EA also has a lot of Battle Royale experience under their belt now, thanks to Apex Legends, And again, I don't think Battlefield needs a Battle Royale, but hopefully, if one is included, it's properly executed this time. Another question on the survey asked how interested players would be in a guild or clan system. Specifically, we're talking clans up to 100 people, which would have clan chat, challenges, and stats. We did, of course, have a little bit of that with Battlefield 1. We had clans up to 100 people, but personally, I think this is desperately needed. We haven't seen any FPS games really use this social aspect of things in a meaningful way. We've never had it reach its potential, and it was entirely absent from Battlefield 5. Battlefield 6, I think, really needs to embrace community. It is the glue that holds the game together, and the main reason that Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 continue to enjoy a strong player base. I am a firm believer that if you just provide the tools to create and grow communities in-game, players will literally do the rest for you, and that translates to reduced churn. On the same note, I would really love to see the rental server program make a proper return with Battlefield 6. But I'm curious what you make of everything. What do you think DICE and EA might have up their sleeve for something free to play in Battlefield 6? And what about the game's official name? Tell me down below in the comments what you think it's going to be. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If not, a dislike. If you want to help out the channel, share the video, subscribe, tap the bell to get updates on the latest Battlefield news. That all goes a tremendous way to help me out here. If you want to continue this conversation on social media, check out my Twitter, Facebook, etc. Links are down below in the video description. And as always, thanks for watching.